Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and today we're back with a very, very late slime video because I realized that I kept putting it off, waiting for the second banner to drop, and then the second banner dropped with Shizu and Nada, and then I never finished the video. So, Inferno 3 Beatdown Battle, with like 5 days to go until it goes away, but better late than never. It's gonna push everything else out of the way, so because I need this video to go up, so you have 4 days to do it. Sorry, but I've been a little busy, okay? Anyways, Inferno 3 Beatdown Battle against the Fire Golem is not really a joke. If you don't have the current meta. He has almost 1 million health, 18 and almost 19k attack. He nerfs greens, he nerfs blues, he seals body and spirit changing skills, which really puts a damper on vengeance teams. Spoiler alert, doesn't really fucking matter. But he also gives himself that big time nuke, just like the old Conquest Golem used to do on turn 6, where he will just delete somebody, essentially. But we're going to try and get around that. So if you have the new meta, then great, because we're gonna do 2 clips, one with like the full meta, one with a half meta, and then we'll do the Vengeance run, which will take up probably most of the video's time, because the other 2 teams are going to clear this in like 3 turns. So if you have the meta, if you have Shensha and Milim and an assortment of those units, the Golem is not going to be very difficult, even with 1 million HP, unless you have just terrible gear, because you started out and you wailed really hard on these 2 banners, which I don't really blame you, but you need good gear. So the first team we're going to show off is the meta, also the Jubilee boss battle team that we've been using for the past week or so. It's quite effective, and will soon. I mean, it's gotten high scores across the board with the sweaty tryhard. So there's no reason to believe it won't do well for this beatdown battle that actually has a health bar. But we have the new Shizu, we have the new Hinata. That's going to just help Shensha hit extremely hard, and even Hinata being an AoE, she just have that weakness damage buff. But let's go ahead and jump in and murder this thing in like 3 turns. Okay, so realistically, this battle is going to go the exact same way that Jubilee boss battle will go. It probably won't even take 5 turns, to be honest with you, but we're going to use the orb change, swap Shizu out, swap the hero out for Hinata, and we've got these 6 orbs right here. We'll be looking good. We've got a full protection gauge. Hinata will be able to guarantee us the future hand of orange orbs. We'll use the rewind and the pierce buff here, and I think by turn 3 he's just going to die. So, okay, a fair hand right there. Yeah, we'll have enough points, so we'll use the pierce buff. We'll swap Ranga out, and we'll bring the hero in. We'll use the rewind, and then we'll bring Shizu in, and then we'll use Milim to give us the 40 points, the full hand of oranges, and enough points to actually use the future hand of orbs from Hinata. So we're going to have, 12 guaranteed orbs plus the 6 earlier, so that's already a major buff to Shensha's own skill, her attack buff. So we'll do good damage here now that 2 of our units have the pierce buff, and they almost have EX alts. Okay, cheeky counter, why not? 17, 18k right there. Next hand, we'll get the EX alts, hopefully, for both of them, and then this guy's just going to die. He's just going to die. He's going to disappear off the face of this planet. Perfect. Perfect. So, let's use the orange buff, let's use the alt gauge increase plus the alt resistance down, and then this will be enough to get the EX alt for... Actually, well, it already is. But now we're just going to do ridiculous amounts of damage, and he's going to die. He probably won't even live the Hinata ult, to be perfectly honest with you. We're just going to do way too much damage. So this will be fun. This will be funny. 71k right there. He's almost a half HP. Alright, he comes in swinging. I really don't care. We cannot use the crit here, though, because he does have crit resistance. So we don't want to nerf our damage. So let's go ahead and... yeah, we can just run it like this. So... let's use the EX alt buff, the weakness damage buff, and we already have the pierce buff on. So yeah, I think we're done. Will he even live a Hinata alt? Actually, that's a great question. I don't actually know. Do we? What? Oh, we have the alt damage charm on. Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's just play it like how we normally would. So we'll reset the costs here, and then we'll use Milim, and then we'll use another future hand of oranges. Not that it really matters, but I wanted to use Milim so we get that extra 8% just for funsy onesies. And the oranges still have extra damage. Does he even live Hinata? How much health does he have? He's got 546. I highly doubt he lives Hinata. I really actually doubt he lives. She's probably doing like 600,000 damage. Alright, we'll watch it though, because it is a good looking alt. Tag team with Shizu. Shinsha probably would have done like 800,000 or something. Actually, no, she probably would have done closer to almost a million. Oh, 359. Okay, I misjudged. How much does Shinsha do? We'll watch both of them. Whatever. Does Shinsha actually do a million? I don't think. Yeah, they'll do less than that because Jubilee Boss doesn't have any defense. Like, I don't think she does crap. He actually has high stats, so Shinsha does 591. Okay, well, we killed it in 3 turns. Highly difficult, obviously. Let's try it with half a meta now. Alright, next up, we're going to use half a meta, Milim, Shinsha, and still free-to-play Ranga. This is assuming you pulled at least on the first banner with Milim. And then we've got Groom Rimuru, and then Bikini, Shion, and Shuna from the Water 2.0 meta. So, a bunch of older units, over a year old for Rimuru, Shuna, and Shion. And then, you know, the first 2 banner units, which are the more important ones as far as the entire meta is concerned. I have very little doubt that this team can also do it. So, I mean, we'll have, you know, still the damage buff from Shinsha. We'll have an extra alt buff now from Shuna because that does stack on top of the EX alt buff. Water Shion replaces our Hinata as far as our water damage buffer is concerned. And then Light Rimuru does give a small amount of pierce resistance down, while also giving us extra protection gauge for the first 3 turns. So actually, I kind of want to move him to the Shion slot. Yeah, so I can swap Shuna in instead. So yeah, I think we'll run it like this. So I still don't see any issues with this, but let's try it out. Alright, so now we have to be a bit careful on using the orb change from Ranga, because it only applies to Wielder of Magic, which Shion, even though she is a magic unit, is not on Wielder of Magic, because logic. So we'll take her out for Shinsha. Now, I guess that does get rid of some protection gauge on turn 2, but we're also already getting it from Rimuru, and we know that a 6-orb send will give us the protector for next turn, so it's not a terribly big deal. I'm going to swap Ranga out, though, for Shuna, because Shuna does give us extra skill points on turn 2, and she's a single-target water magic unit, so she'll do more damage, I guess, quote-unquote, maybe. Alright, that's not good. Rimuru doesn't do crap. Oh, okay. Thanks. Thanks a bunch right there. You got another in you? For funsies? You gonna do a triple counter? Are you? I bet you will. Nope, okay. You're a bitch-ass bitch. Oh, we got our own counter, though. And Rimuru's already at lower than half HP. Okay, well. As hilarious as that is, he also has no orbs. So you know what? You can actually just kind of go away now. We'll bring Ranga in. And let's see. We don't have the rewind. We don't have the future hand of orbs either. We do have a good orb change hand. So you know what? I kind of want to use that instead and hold on to the Milim protector. Oh, that's right. Never mind. Well, that was unfortunate. Okay, well, we'll just use Milim anyways. Right, because Shuna's not on Wielder of Magic for some godforsaken reason. Oh well, it doesn't really matter. We have enough points still to use the skill point buff, pierce buff, orange buff, and protection gauge buff from the Milim. So, not a terribly large loss right here. It will get us the EX ult for Shinsha, which is the most important thing. It just, I think we'll have to wait an extra turn so we get that extra Milim protector right there, so we have enough points to use both the Shuna and Shion buffs. Yeah. So we'll take both of them out, and then we'll kind of just live. Yeah, we'll definitely get it, because Shion will activate her trait again. So we'll just hold here for now. I guess we can use the Rimuru debuff as well and lower their pierce resistance a little bit. Yeah, 30% is actually decent. So let's do that. And then, let's see, Rongo will have an orb. We kind of got to make sure Rimuru has an orb, right? So 89 points. So we need, how much do we need? We don't want to crit, so I don't want to use this skill. So 55, so 110, so 135. Will we have that? 80 plus 40. No, so 89 plus 140. No, we won't have enough. Okay, well, we'll send the orange. We don't have to wait till turn 5. Okay, now we will. Right? 110, 120, 135. Oh, okay, we need, like, I think, yeah, we're good here. I think math is hard. Am I spacing on math right now? We're 2 point. Yeah, we don't need a guaranteed 100 points here. But Reamer has an ult, so good. We can just swap him out for that. So Rimuru, let's see. Now you come in for Ranga, and then Shuna comes in for Rimuru. Pierce resistance buff is debuff is already on, so we'll use the water buff. We'll use the EX buff, and okay, yeah, we're 3 points over, so good. Math is difficult. We do have a Shuna or Shinsha ult orb as well to end our 200% buff, so we'll do that. Again, you don't want to use this buff because it's crit and a little bit of magic, and you do not want to crit against this guy. So let's lower the water resistance and give ourselves the extra ult buff, and then we'll send this. And I think we'll be good. I think Shinsha will still do enough damage, even without the other buffs. We've kind of replaced them. Yeah, still in the same kind of format. Maybe it should actually might do even more, technically. Shuna. 122. Okay, cool. And then Shinsha does, yeah, 818, so much higher because of that massive extra buff that we gave her, the 70% ult damage. It's a lot better than the 25% ult resistance down that Shizu was getting. So we can do more damage with this team for Shinsha, guaranteed. So, cool. And, 3 of these units are old. One of them is free to play. So, I mean, all you need is the new Protector and new Battle Unit, which you may or may not have. But I think that, like, if you don't have Milim, I don't know if there's a way for you to do almost 1,000,000 HP with not a Protector that gives you that massive 60% damage buff. Just because your options are kind of limited. You're limited to an orange team, which it's Milim, Toa, or Hakuro. So neither of those other two give that extra damage buff. If you don't have Shinsha, then I really don't know. We can try and brute force it with pure damage, I guess, but it's going to require some EX units. Hold on. Never mind. It didn't work out. You just don't do enough damage. So it's either you have the... Which is, I mean, this is Inferno 3. Inferno 3 is meant to have the new meta units. It's not meant to be cleared by, weaker-ish teams or non-meta teams generally. So either you have it or you don't. Either way, you're really not missing out for much from not clearing Inferno 3. Like, yeah, you're missing out on 5 crystals. You're missing out on the moat, but the moat is only useful for units that are already at level 100. That are the older units, so newer players, you just won't have this. So we're going to use the Vengeance team, though. This team has been proven to clear this by purely the power of Velzard and a bunch of orb stealing with Shuna, that we can keep her orb steal low because Velzard is going to reset. So we've got that. Isis will help us give us a little bit of green buff here and there. Honestly, you could probably replace her with almost anybody else to make your life easier. We've got Light Hinata for our turn 1 orb change. We've got Light Shizu, who is skill fused, because that's very important. So she heals, she also lowers attack, and she gives us that 80% chance to guard, which will really cut down the damage. We've got Lumi attached to her for the turn 2 protection gauge. And then we have Water Rimuru, who's going to delete the Golem's ults whenever possible, so we don't take that, and then we just have to live his big-time single-target hit that follows up normally. And then we've got Xion underneath him for more protection gauge on turn 2. So this team can do it. I have done it. I accidentally deleted the clip, though, so we're going to do it again. Okay, I can kind of remember how this is supposed to go. I mean, it's not hard to imagine, but we do have to take Shuna out and bring in the other couple units. So Shizu comes in, Rimuru comes in. They both have the protector traits attached to their supports, so they are kind of important to have up front to ensure that we can get protection gauge on turn 2 and get Velzard up and running. All right, that is not... Oh, we guarded it, though. That's cool. I mean, I'll take a guard. A counterattack on this stage, especially for units that are not type advantage and not EX, is not the greatest thing in the world. Okay. I believe we did get 3. Yeah, we got 3 Isis orbs, so that's perfect. Let's go ahead and use the... No, okay, so we'll do this first. So we'll bring you in for Isis, and then we'll yoink all those, and then we'll also give us the guard and lower his attack, so we just take less damage. And then we can reset all that. And then we'll put Vengeance up for 3 turns, and whatever hits we take will go onto him as counterattacks, and we'll be looking fairly good. It's just that this hand is entirely nerfed, which isn't the greatest thing. But also, it's okay, because I really don't want orbs with Shuna. I don't want ults, because she's just not going to do like a huge amount of damage. Alright, there's guaranteed 3 stacks right there. Didn't take that much damage right there, so cool. Also, Rimuru can't heal us, because the skill is sealed, until like turn 8 or something like that. So we just kind of have to hold on to it. And, oh, okay, well, I mean, it's not the greatest hand in the world, but it is something, isn't it? So we'll do this. All right, lots and lots of damage right there. But the important part is points. Oh, okay. That also works. So the greens, because we have Velzard going, actually does give us quite a few number of points. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to, again, give us the guard. And no, we're gonna leave it like this. So we're gonna double up on the attack nerf, redo the guard rate for 3 turns, and we'll just keep on sending and getting maximum points because we haven't really used anything, nor do we really have to. Yeah, it's just important to make sure that you have enough points to use the alt deny on his nuke turn, because if you don't, you're gonna have a bad time. So triple guard right there, 3 more stacks of Vengeance. This incoming turn is when it will start applying. And I think, yeah, we'll do this. And let's see. Everybody still has the guard. So I think we'll reapply the Vengeance now because it has worn off. That'll reset all of our skills. And then, I mean, let's reapply the guard. Well, do we need to? No, I think we hold on to that. Because we already have it. We're going to hold on to that for next turn. Even though we would make back a lot of points, I don't want to use any unnecessary skills right here. So, next turn is when he's going to give himself the ult, so we have to do the deny, and we have to have the guard up, and I want those as cheap as possible, while him still hitting us. Because this should be a single target coming up, so it's only 1 stack, so it's not great. Yeah, it's 1. Alright, we guarded that. Awesome. Alright, so yeah. Here's the turn that is very important. So 60k Vengeance right there off 8 stacks. It's not terrible. But we want to deny his ult for 1. So he doesn't give himself anymore until like the next turn he wants to ult. So if you deny it here, he just won't ult you for another 4 or 5 turns. But now we have to make sure our guard is up and his attack is lowered. Because even though he doesn't have the ult, he still has this massive physical attack buff right here, and he's going to hit somebody, and it's going to hurt. So we really, really don't want that to happen. That's not a great hand right there. I think we send this because it has a green, and that'll give us, you know, an okay amount of points back. Yeah, we're going to have to do that. So Shuna ult does 17k. Awesome, cool. I really don't care. This will be another single target. It's going to hurt. I mean, it could have hurt a lot more. 67k Vengeance. It did less this time because his attack is lowered, and Vengeance does take that into account. If they have a lowered attack stat, then Vengeance will just do less damage than what it normally should, quote-unquote, do. It doesn't really matter, though, because... are we going to get Vengeance here, actually? I can't really do much about this, can I? No, we're not going to get Vengeance back. So we're going to run a turn without Vengeance because we don't have Velzard, because we got unlucky and we haven't really gotten any Shuna orbs that we can steal into a full 6-orb send. Alright, well, that's unfortunate. But he'll still take Vengeance damage. And Shizu's 1 damage right there, so that's always awesome. Alright. And then this should be an AoE. Perfect. All the guards up, so that's 12 stacks. And then 90k Vengeance. And we're still getting terrible luck with the Shuna orbs. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Shuna out after we heal here. So there's that. We could also use the Shizu single target heal to make sure that she's nice and topped up. And then I want her to live in the back, because I need her to come in and steal a butt ton of orbs next turn to give us points. Also, since Vengeance is worn off, the extra skill point we gain on greens is out. So this will be kind of a scary turn, but we do have Vengeance next turn. And he's still going to continuously take damage as well. Okay, well that's... That's actually not what I wanted to happen right there. It's turn 9, he has another ult. Okay, well, we do have enough. So, Alright, we do have to run it like this, though. So, you're coming out. We're going to Vengeance up again. We have to deny his ult again and give ourselves the guard, which these two still have, I believe. No, it's Pierce Power from the trait. No, never mind. So we don't have guard. So we gotta do that, and we have to do this. We had barely enough points. Barely enough. So, nerf the attack, lower the ult gauge, give ourselves the guard, and then we'll send these. This 1 green will give us some kind of points here. And then he's going to do another single target, and it will hurt, especially if we don't guard it. Okay, we still guarded it. That's fine. And we're still not getting green orbs. All right, well, we'll just send these anyways, because it'll give us a lot. All right. So, turn 11. All right, 3 more stacks. 16. 120k attack right there that he took. All right, and we can steal here. Perfect. We can heal again. So let's do that. We're going to get a lot of points back because now the orbs are not nerfed, which means that if he doesn't die this turn, he will die next turn. Okay, counter. All right, but oh, we didn't guard that though. But that counter is another stack of Vengeance, so we're going to get a free one, which will just help out our damage. So this should be another single. Yeah. Oh wait, we didn't guard that either. 169k. So as long as we live this next turn, we will win. Because we, again, are going to deny his ult, and then lower his attack, and then he'll die, because he doesn't have that much HP left. So we'll attack lower, we'll do that, we'll give ourselves... Well, hold on, we'll do that and that. As long as he doesn't hit Shizu, I think we're okay. Let's steal those orbs again, and we'll just get a 6-orb send to this. And, yeah. 30k Pierce right there. Natural Pierce. Love to see that. And then as long as we don't die, we have won. As long as we don't die. Oh, that hurt a lot still. Okay. But there you go. Turn 12. We did kill with Vengeance. We did need specific units to do this. Shizu does need her skill fusion for this team to be possible. It's pretty much a requirement because she doesn't give guard without it. So, and without guard, we would have died many turns ago. But there we go. There are 3 teams that can reliably clear Inferno 3 of this beatdown battle. Again, I'm sorry it took so long, but I just totally spaced on it, and I've had so many other videos to record on the anniversary and the beginner's guide that it's kind of just left my mind. But at least it's out, right? So that's it for me, guys. Take it easy, and I'll see you all later.